I'm proud that it's still floating. Most old ships, they make scrap iron out of them or sink them, use them for artificial reefs. This one was so special. There's an engine just like one of these engines in the Smithsonian in DC, the Museum of American History. In the lower level, if you go there, you can see an engine just like one of this ship. So I think we're lucky to she's still floating.
Yeah, I had heard about this from a friend in Oregon that subscribed to Lighthouse magazine. And he said, I think the ship that you once were on is now a preservation truster in the Maritime Museum. And my wife said, that means you're a museum piece. I'm 68 years old. I guess I am a museum piece. But I was amazed that it was still here and that somebody had gone to all this trouble to restore it, and what a feat. So we came in all the way across country just to come here today to be honored, and it was an honor to be here. When I got here was a yeoman third class, and my job was I was the ship's administration person. I was in charge of communications, I was in charge of personnel records, I did all the work for maintaining communications with the 3rd Coast Guard District, which was the district we were in, and it was pretty much the paperwork functions of the job. The one thing I learned immediately when I got to the Lilac was everybody works the buoy deck. So I pretty much got out of the office and had to get out there on that buoy deck and pull buoys in just like everybody else did.
My job on the Lilac was in the engine room. At the Navy school they said, man, you'll never see anything with steam reciprocating, do you want to go over it? And everybody said, no, we don't see anything like that. And the first ship I come on is the Lilac, everything's steam reciprocating. So it was an antique. It was outdated in 1970 when I came on board.
It was too hot in the summer and it was too cold in the winter, and this guy worked in the engine room, so my hat is off to him. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how you did that.
Well, we stayed warm in the engine room in the winter. That wasn't no problem.
Summer.
Summer. We had no air conditioning on the ship, so. But I don't remember it being unbearable. We were in the forward berthing area, Tom and I both, and it was below water level, so that may have helped keep the heat down.
There was one other thing. It was too loud. We had our racks right next to each other where we used to spend the night down there in forward berthing. And it was right at the water line level of the ship. And in the winter, we would break ice up and down the Delaware River. We broke ice, well, we had all the navigation aids from Trenton, New Jersey to Ship John Shoal Light out in Delaware Bay. That's a lot of aids, it's hundreds of aids. And during the winter, they would become embedded with ice, and they would start to sink and break free, and we'd have to go put them back. To get there, we had to break ice to get there. So what would happen is and you're the engine man, so you tell me about this, but I believe what happens is we would go into the ice until we couldn't go any farther, and then they would pump, we'd go up on top of the ice, and then they would pump, is it fuel oil? Mm-hmm. To the front tank, the bow tank, and we'd crash through the ice. And that was taking place about 6 inches from our ears. So it was very loud at night. We spent a lot of time really hanging out.
Yeah.
But each of us had different areas. I worked almost exclusively with the commanding officer and the executive officer in the room right behind you there, and in this room was where they would do all their work. They would come in here, there was a big table in here, and they'd sit down and they'd fill out reports that they had to send into the district office. And my job was to compile those reports and put them into a cohesive piece of communications and send them on to New York City, where the 3rd district office was.
I worked with other machinist mates and boiler tenders in the engine room. That was it. It was, we were called the snipes. When you work below deck in the engine room, you're a snipe.
You guys were called some other things, but I don't want to tell you what they were.
I never did have to work on the buoy deck.
That's right.